All right. Hey guys, what's going on? Adam Kurz back here for Freedom Achiever Method. Now, we're still in phase one, but we're in module two. Module two is called Relationships is the New Currency. And in this module, we're going to spend some significant time talking about relationships. We're going to talk about sales technique. We're going to talk about acquisition or client acquisition, a little bit more. And that's going to help lead us to module three, which is really about formulating your offer, putting it in front of, using the offer to put in front of all the people that we're going to communicate with, utilizing this particular technique. Now, right off the bat, there is an exercise that is involved in this particular session or this module, if you will. And that exercise is quite a bit daunting. It's a little bit, time consuming, and it requires you to actually do the work. Now, I'm saying this to you in the nicest way possible. Do the work, okay? I want you guys to really understand that everything we're going to be going over here and all the stuff that we're learning here is designed to help enhance your business and enhance your communication for particularly client acquisition. Because if you're taking my course, it's because you want to make more money. In order for you to make more money, and we're going to talk about this later, you either A, need to raise your prices, B, have more clients, or C, get more people to buy your shit, right? And so if you're taking my course, it's because you want one of those things. And what we really need to really ultimately hyperly focus on is relationships. And so we're going to start like this. There are two reasons why salespeople and entrepreneurs are broke, okay? They either, well, excuse me. All right. So salespeople not making money. So like no money. And there's only two reasons, right? Why salespeople make no money is they don't have enough clients, okay? They don't have enough clients or they don't have enough cash. And so now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why does cash associate with not making money? Of course, they're not making money. Of course, they don't have enough cash. Well, here's the thing. When you have cash, you can reinvest into a business. And if you can reinvest appropriately into a business for client acquisition, right, then you get more clients. And believe it or not, this problem right here is solved by having cash to reinvest to then get clients. But in this particular case, we're going to go back a little bit. Whoops, sorry. In this particular case, we're going to go back a little bit. We're going to say, what if we hyper-focus on getting clients, getting those clients to now give us money, right? So we get clients so that we can close them. We close them so we can get money. We take some of that money, we go to the cash, we reinvest it, and therefore it gives us more clients. And it becomes this crazy vicious cycle of us knowing how to communicate with clients so those clients can give us cash, so that cash can be reinvested so we can get more clients. This is the cycle right here. This is full circle, right? This is full circle. There's a big ass circle, and you start right here in this little breakup, and you're gonna go, I'm gonna go get clients. Right? And then you go, okay, cool. Those clients are leading me to cash. And that cash is leading me to ads and etc. I'm not going to get into that right now, but ads and etc. Those ads and etc. lead to more clients. And those clients lead to more cash. And those cash lead to more clients, and et cetera, right? You guys get the idea, right? This is the sales income cycle. Okay, remember that, guys. That's the sales income cycle, or the SIC. We call this SICK, all right? This is the sickest thing you got to remember. We call it SICK. It is the sales income cycle. Remember this, because it is sick to have a system in place that gives you cash that you can reinvest to get more clients. Clients give you cash. But here's the problem. Most salespeople focus on this first. And that's the biggest mistake they make. They focus on this first because they think that if I have cash first, then I can reinvest it and I can get clients. Here are all the problems with that. Number one, where are you getting the cash? Where are you getting the cash if you haven't closed anything yet, or you don't have enough clients to continue to stack up cash? That's number one. Number two is when you get the cash and you reinvest it, right? How do you know where to invest it? And how do you know that you can convert into clients? And the only way you're going to know this is if you start with clients. You start with clients, right? And so here, why we talk about relationships so much and why I'm so hyper obsessed and like massively focused on this is because if you start with clients, you start with relationships and you understand the value of a relationship and you understand the value of an offer, then you can convert more people. And when you convert more people, you make more money. When you make more money, you safely invest it into more relationships. And when you invest it into more relationships, you get more clients. And then you already know how to have those conversations, how to properly present a relationship and an offer. And then you continue and continue and continue the cycle. And this is why it's so important. So what are we trying to do right now? What are we trying to create? We're trying to understand sales at a very high level, okay? We're trying to understand relationships. And we're trying to understand our offer. These are the key points to everything we're going to be doing in this 90-day program. These are the super hyper key points, right? We're going to understand sales at a high level. We're going to understand relationships at a high level, and we're going to understand our offer at a high level. See, when you know your offer and your offer is super clear and your offer is really 100% to the point, ready to go, it is very easy for you to present it. And when you have the relationships that you go out to develop and you create those relationships will allow you to safely and confidently present your offer. And when you confidently present your offer, it makes people feel, you're going to hear this word a lot, okay? Feel like you know what you're doing, and they feel like they can trust you in this situation, and they feel like they can give you business. And so what that means is I feel safe giving you my business. I feel safe giving you my friend and family's business. Good to go? All right, cool. Now, let's get this back to 100. Okay, so now what does it take to be a great salesperson? Again, guys, you know, I look from screen to screen. I got 4 screens in front of me. I've got notes everywhere. I want to make sure that I give you my everything at 110%. So you're going to see me looking from side to side every once in a while, okay? What does it take to be a great salesperson? So, great salesperson. All right, here are the things that we came up with, okay? First of all, you must learn to listen. When you become a salesperson, I call it couching your clients, right? So when you become a great salesperson, you learn to listen more than you speak, right? Salespeople are not out there to teach their clients. They're out there to consult their clients. And in order for you to consult your client, you need to understand your client's problem. In order for you to understand your client's problem, you need to be able to listen. Later on, we're going to get into the problem solution conversation, right? And we're going to talk about that at a really high level, believe it or not, in module 3 of phase 1, okay? But right now, we're going to get super hyper intense on the subjects in front of us on becoming a great salesperson, the process of sales, and the relationship itself, right? All right, so the first one is learn to listen. When you sit down with somebody, one of the number one wrong things that people do in sales is they try to present themselves quickly off the bat and try to sell someone, right? And you're not trying to sell someone, you're trying to make them feel like you're the professional they want to choose to work with. So in order for you to do that, you need to listen at a very high level. Next thing is you have to have confidence sorry, in self, product, and sales technique. I don't know how to spell that well, guys. All right, so deal with it, right? Let's call it sales method. You're gonna see sometimes I come up here and I have some problems with particular words, right? I was an entrepreneur for 10 years before I knew how to spell entrepreneur. I know some of you can't spell it either, so don't mess with me, okay? All right, so having confidence in your product and abilities is what we're talking about. So yourself, having confidence in yourself, having confidence in your ability to do the job, okay? That is huge. If you don't have confidence in your ability to do the job, it makes it very difficult to be a great salesperson. Now, here's a caveat. You will hear me say oftentimes, you do not need to be excellent at what you do, and you do not need to be great at what you do to have great meetings and create great relationships. But Dave, you just said I need to have confidence in myself and my sales method and my product and everything else. Yes, I understand that. But imagine if you could just scale back a little bit and have ultimate confidence specifically in the fact that you know where to get the answers. Now we're on to something, right? So you don't need to be great at what you're doing. You need to be great at client acquisition. Once you have a client, you then need to be really great at choosing mentors that are going to help you get that client to the closing table or to signing a contract or to ordering whatever it is that your product is. Okay. The next thing is to be quick to notice and understand. So here, let's keep going. Quick to notice / understand. Now, I love this because when we're listeners, you can't just sit there and listen and No, you need to listen and understand, and you need to be quick to be able to understand them, and you need to be quick to notice what the problem is when people are talking to you. You need to be quick to notice what's happening. You need to be quick to notice where you can provide a solution. You need to be quick to understand what the real problem is so that you can provide that solution. If you're not quick to understanding these things, it makes it very difficult for you to sell anything, because you're never going to really truly absorb what it is that a potential consumer is asking for. And once you can truly absorb what a potential consumer is asking for, then it's a game changer, right? Then listen, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you a bunch of stuff, right? But this is so underrated, to be able to just sit back and listen, because it's one thing to walk in and go, I do this and I do that and I do this and I'm the baddest MFer there is alive, and I can provide this and I can do this and I know this person and I know that person, I drive this car and I live in this house and I'm friends with so-and-so and so-and-so uses my product and so-and-so uses my product. And bro, what does that sound like to you as you're absorbing that, right? But to be able to sit down and go, hey man, so tell me a little bit about you. Tell me a little bit about your business. Tell me a little bit about what your goals are. Tell me a little bit about what you're trying to achieve. And absorb that and pick up in the pieces where they say things that really trigger opportunity for you to formulate your entire offer off of everything they just told you. To be able to take what they said to you on the couch, this couch and the client, right? You put them on the couch, you sit in your chair and you listen. Psychological time, right? Psychology moment. You're officially a psychologist for a little bit of time, right? And so they're talking to you and they're telling you what they need, what they expect, what they desire, what they want. And this is your opportunity to say, hey, I understand that, and this is what I can do for you. This is how I can solve that issue. This is where I can solve that problem. And once you're able to do that, it becomes a big game changer for you, right? Okay. And trust me when I tell you, I'm gonna put a little asterisk next to this. I'm gonna put a green asterisk. Why green? Because this is a money maker right here. This is a legit money maker. Okay. Now, next piece is be intentional. Okay. And the next one is, and I took this one from Alex Hormozy, be prepared. And so listen, intentional, prepared. All right. Now, when you're in the process of selling, you have to be intentional about the fact that you're actually there to sell. I hope that makes like tremendous sense to you. When you're in the process of selling, when you're in the process of being a salesperson, your intention has to be so high and so strong that you don't leave that meeting without presenting your possibility or your offer or your effort into making a sale happen. And of course, you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared for the meeting. Look, there are times when I am meeting with someone and I will do research on that person. Okay. I will go to their social media. I will Google them. I will find as much information as I can about them, because people are quick to put all their information on the internet, and it makes it very easy to figure out what type of person you're working with or what they're doing. And it creates an opportunity for you to be prepared and say, hey, so I know you're saying X to me, but I noticed on Instagram you had Y. And so I was looking at Y, and I'm thinking about what you just told me in X, and I was able to formulate this idea that I call Z. I hope that makes sense to you guys, right? And so let's get right. So this makes you a great salesperson, but now let's get into the process of sales, okay? So we're gonna get into the process of sales. I know I keep zooming this in and out, but process of sales. Okay. Let's get into the process of sales. So first, in the process of sales, and this is, all right, I'm about to have a meeting with somebody, like it's time to sell them on something, right? Okay. So here's the process of sales. Number one is preparation. Okay. So we just talked about that before, preparation. Okay. We talked about being prepared for the meeting, being prepared for the sale, being knowledgeable in this person, right? So you're being super prepared, right? Number one is introduction. Okay. Number two is intel, gathering intel. So let's just type in this, gather intel. All right. And we're going to break these down one by one. Don't worry about it. Okay. Ask for the sale. Okay. Two more. Close the sale. And indoctrination. All right, let's dig down. You guys ready? I'm ready. All right, so here we go. Preparation. You do not show up to a sale without being prepared to sell that product, that service to whom you're going to sell it to. And so this person, are you prepared? For instance, if you're a real estate agent and you have been invited to someone's house to potentially sell their house, you might want to be prepared to present not only your product and what service you provide, but also be prepared to understand that neighborhood, that house, and how long they lived in that house and how much equity they have in that house and what the neighbors are like and how many properties they're moving and what the value of that home is and so forth and so on. But it gets even deeper because you can pull the owners' names. It's public information. So what research can you do on the owners? What type of stuff are they into? Are they skiers? Are they this? Are they that? What can you learn about them? Are travelers? Like, what is it that they do that you can use as ammunition in this meeting? And what things do they do that you might find interesting that will help you correlate a relationship with them in the process, right? Introduction, knowing how to properly introduce yourself and your product. Intel, being able to take the time to sit and listen to what it is that they need so that you have the intel that you need to be able to, next, ask for the sale. So to be able to have that presentation, go through it no matter how long it takes, and at the last 10%, which is where we'll dig into some of this stuff, at the last 10% of that conversation, be able to ask for the sale, then close the sale, be able to not only ask for the sale and present your offer at a very high level, but close them, get them to sign the contract, get them to agree to work with you, get them to force movement with you, right? Get them in momentum with you. Okay. And then next would be indoctrination. This is where you get people to refer you business. This is where you get people to do more business with you. These people are now raving fans. These people want to work with you, John or Joanne or Jose or, Jennifer or whatever. Like, whoever you are, they are fans. They are raving fans of you, and they are indoctrinated in your system, in your tools, in your plan, and they will tell the world about you. This makes all the sense in the world, right? And you probably know some of this, but you may have never really appointed it its direction. And if you study its direction at a very high level, we're going to talk about how you prepare, how you create an introduction, how you gather intel, ask for the sale, close the sale, indoctrination, so forth and so on, right? So now, here's task 1. There will be a worksheet that will be available for you to download right in school, okay? And in that worksheet, you're going to create, I'm going to separate these, okay? So you're going to have preparation, and then you're going to tell me what you do to prepare to meet with your clients. Then you're going to have introduction, and you're going to tell me what your introduction sounds like. And then you're going to gather intel, and I want you to tell me what type of intel are you looking for, okay? And then ask for the sale. I want to see what it is that you say when you're asking for the sale. And when you close the sale, I want you to tell me what it is that you do to get the deal signed and what you do post getting the deal signed. And indoctrination, how do you keep them indoctrinated into your platform, into your information, into your sales, technique, how do you get them? What do you do to get them to make them raving fans of you and want to tell all their family and friends about you? What is it that you are doing that helps put this together? Okay. Now, this is not something that, listen, it takes you, like, you're not going to learn this, in a heartbeat, right? You're not going to learn this right away. Okay. This stuff right here, it's not going to happen where you're like, you're going to watch this course and then you're going to go run off and have a client meeting today and you're going to be like the total expert at it. But you're going to have to practice it often. Okay. Once you have this worksheet together and we dial in on it and we clean it up a little bit, right? You're going to have to work on really doing a great job with it. So here's the thing about it. If you do more, you get better. If you do more, you get better. Now, I say this, this comes from Alex Hormozi too, a big fan of this statement right here. Do more, get better. Why? Because if you practice more, you'll get better at it. If you have more meetings, you'll get better at it. If you close more sales, you'll get better at it. If you have more listing appointments, you get better at it. If you speak to more agents, you get better at it. If you do more mortgages, you get better at it. I can just keep going and keep going. Anything that you do more of is you're going to get significantly better at it, right? But when we bring this up to you, we bring this up to you to really be prepared at a high level. So do more of the good stuff. Now, if you're not prepared at this, think about this for a second. If you're not prepared and you're not studying this and you're not following the path and you're not following the method, okay, then you'll do more bad and you'll get better at doing it bad. Does that make sense to you, right? Like, if you keep doing it the wrong way, you'll get really good at doing it the wrong way. And here's the crazy part. The better you get at doing it the wrong way, the harder it is to learn the right way. Because you'll be so habitual about doing it the wrong way, okay? So that being said, when you're doing this task, I want you to think about some things. Preparation. What are you thinking about when you're going into prep mode? What is it that you're putting together? What kind of documentation do you review? What internet are you using? What platforms are you using? How do you prepare? What is it that you do to prepare for this meeting? If you show up, by the way, I know some of y'all wing it, which is why it's up here. I know some of y'all have an opportunity to meet with somebody, you just wing it because you think you're a badass. But if you're not prepared, you're putting that meeting at risk. You don't even know who you're walking into a room with, and that's absurd. Why would you ever do that, right? Introduction. Think about when you're writing down how you present yourself, what is it about you that really makes you stand out? What is it about you that really, you know, in the last module, we spoke about the things that really help you stand out, right? Those 10 things. So what of that are you using in your introduction? What of that are you really putting forth, right? Okay, gathering intel. How are you listening and what are you looking for? What are some of the intel pieces that you're really looking for? What are some of the things that you're looking for people to tell you that helps you understand how you can formulate what it is that you can do for them? Asking for the sale. How are you asking for the sale? Is it an indirect? Is it a direct? Is it, you know, is it, hey, so what can I do for you? Is it, hey, by the way, if you know anybody who is, like, what is your method? I want to understand it. And then I want to know why. Why would you do it that way? Why not do it a different way? Has it been working for you, by the way, right? And then close the sale. Great. That's easy. Indoctrination, as we mentioned before, really dig into how you make these people raving fans. Because again, there are only a few ways that you could level up and scale your income. Okay. Do more business with more people. So have more clients, right? Or get your clients to buy more times from you. And so here in indoctrination, we can get referrals and we can get reuses of our services. So they will either refer us more clients or they will buy more times from us, being indoctrinated into what we bring to the table. Okay. Now, again, if you do this really, really well, you'll gain more business. We all know if your business is not growing, your business is dying. And so you absolutely need to make a lot of effort into growing your business. If you right now are in a position where you make good money and you are complacent with it, which I don't think is any of you guys, because if you were complacent with your income, you wouldn't be taking my course. Does that make sense? Right? And so if you get complacent, or maybe some of you are going to take my course, you're going to put 100 grand in your pocket in the next few months, and you're going to make another 100 grand after that, and another 100 grand after that, and another 100 grand after that. And then a year goes by, you're going to make $400,000 or $500,000, and you're going to say, I'm happy here. But what happens when you get happy and when you become a stagnant person, right? Over time, what you're going to see, if you put more effort, you're going to see growth, and it's going to go this way, right? But if you don't put effort, what you're going to see is that stagnant line. And then because the effort has disappeared, you'll start to become a dying business, right? So this is your business, right? That's your business, okay? This is your business growing with growth mode. And this is your business dying in stagnant mode, okay? Very easy to understand. I don't really need to dig in that much to this. But again, the reason I bring this up is because we're going to talk about the more people you talk to, right? Do more, get better, right? The more people you talk to and the more clients you have, this growth begins to happen. If you have enough clients and you're happy and you're stagnant, your business will begin to die. It will begin to die. Right? Because listen, something's always going to hiccup. A client's always going to use somebody else one day or refer somebody else one day. Whatever the case is, maybe somebody came in 2 years later and they're just freaking cooler than you. Right? And so they're going to leave and that person's going to create this dip and then another one and then another one. And because you're not growing, because you're not making efforts to continue your growth, it's going to start to fall apart. And what you're going to realize is that this piece of the line right here is inexistent. Doesn't exist. It only goes one or two ways. There's no way that you go straight and you stay that way forever and ever and nothing happens, right? All right, so what does it take to grow? Okay, we already know. We've talked about this, but I'm gonna write it up here right now, okay? You either get more customers, okay? That's number one, all right? Two, you increase the purchase price. So increase price, which doesn't work in all industries, by the way, okay? Or you get them to buy more times. Okay, now this doesn't work across all industries, okay? Because if you're a title person, well, you might not be able to increase your cost, okay? It is what it is. But you can increase the people that you work with so you can get more clients and you can get them to buy more times. Same thing in real estate sales and everything else. In real estate sales, particularly though, and by the way, in title, yes, you can increase because the more expensive the house is, the more the title insurance costs. I get that piece, right? But there are certain fees that are pretty stable, okay? Now, for real estate sales, you can go from an average $400,000 agent to an average $1 million agent or $2 million agent or $10 million agent, right? Whatever you want to become, that's one way of, you know, increasing your business in growth. We're talking about ways that you grow, right? So get more clients or get more customers, increase your price, or get your customers to buy more times. Only three ways. These are the main, maybe not the only, but the main three ways, the main three categories of growth. This is the only way you can do it, okay? So get more clients, increase your price, buy more times. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Doesn't take much science to understand this, right? And so in order to do this, okay, in order to do this, you must be driven by value over price. Okay, so there are only two ways you can present: value driven or price driven. Now, I say this because oftentimes what happens is that when you're price driven, it's a constant race to the bottom, right? So this is for the folks that are out there that, and I'm reading this because I wrote this down, those who have to give discounts because they cannot prove value are at serious disadvantage and a race to the very bottom of the sales and value game, right? So this right here, if you're in the real estate agent world, this is, I'll sell your house for a flat fee. I'll do it for 1%, blah, 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 blah. Those are folks that can't prove value. And that's just the truth. I don't care what you say. Oh, but I get more units, so I sell more times. Cool. If I continue to prove value, I'll get more units, I'll sell more times, and I'll charge more than you're charging. And I'll be able to do that because I can prove my value, right? And so how are we proving our value, right? Well, I'm going to show you something really cool here, okay? Everything we talked about before, listening and being able to identify quickly in the conversation where you can trap into, right? We have every client has a problem, and it's more than likely that if we're sitting in front of them, we have a solution. Okay? These are the two bubbles, problem and solution. Dave, how do we get them together, right? How do we get these two babies together? Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to drive a line between them, okay? And that line is going to be called value. And if we're valuable, then we can offer a higher price for our items, right? So now let's dig into this. This is where I have a lot of fun, all right? If you are a salesperson and you are meeting with someone, meeting with a potential client or meeting with a friend or whatever the case is, right? And I say friend or anything because every opportunity that you have to be in front of somebody is an opportunity for you to sell your product or service. Period in the story. No questions asked. I don't care what you're saying, all right? If you're sitting with your mama and you're talking about the sky and the moon and the stars. It is an opportunity for you to sell your product or service, not maybe to mama, but maybe to one of mama's friends that she's not even thinking about that might need your help. Okay? Here's the cool part. The less you talk, the more they talk. That was when we were back here and we were talking about, let's come back. When we were back here and we were talking about learn to listen, right? Okay. If you learn to listen at a very high level, you get to understand the problem. And so what happens is that people will come to you and they'll say, oh man, this is what's going on. And they'll give you a problem. And if you're quick and easy to understand that problem, you'll be able to drive a solution to them. And that solution will come in the form of what we'll discuss in the next module is in form of your offer. Okay? So once you understand your offer, I'm going to put this in a green box here because this is a money maker. Okay? I get excited about this stuff, by the way, guys. In case you haven't noticed, like changing my voice and all kinds of stuff, I get excited because I know for a fact that if you could really dial in on this, you'll be value driven over price driven. Therefore, you'll make more money. And I get stoked when somebody calls me and says, I made more money because of what you taught me. What? Let's go. I want to see your life happen. I want to see your business happen, right? So take the problem, take the solution, okay? So now they come to you with a problem. And for 30 minutes, they talk to you about their problem. And for about 5 minutes, you talk to them about a solution that you might have for them by presenting an offer. They go, wow, that's a great solution. What did you just provide? Value. And when you provide a super high level of value, oftentimes price is not even questioned. Oftentimes price is not even questioned. So what happens? When you are in a situation where you feel like you've done this the right way, okay? You feel like you may have done this the right way, and they still question the price. Oh, but another realtor told me they could do it for 5%. Then you didn't provide enough value. You didn't listen enough. Your solution may not have been the best solution. Maybe your offer is not 100% dialed in. Therefore, you didn't provide significant value. So now they're questioning price. Now, let me read this to you again, what I read to you earlier. Being price driven is a race to the bottom. Those who have to give discounts because they cannot prove value are at a serious disadvantage and race to the very bottom of the sales value game. Okay, read it to you again because we're going to go through the situation again. I have a problem. My problem is that my roof is leaking. Okay, crazy. I'm at lunch with somebody, and I'm telling them, man, my roof is leaking. I don't even know what to do about it. I can't trust these contractors out here. Everybody's charging me this and that and that and this, and I'm so frustrated. And my wife wants me to get it fixed, and we're worried it's going to put mold in the walls, and the kids are playing around the mold, and right. And I go on and on and on, and the person that I'm speaking to goes, "Hey, Dave, you know what, man? I have a great roofer and mold mediation company. Dude, if I refer you, they'll hook you up. They'll give you a discount because, I referred you and I do a lot of business with them because in my real estate business, I'm able to offer them a lot of clients. And so they take care of my people." And I go, dude, you might have just saved my marriage and my life and my kids and everything right now. You have provided value. And because you told me that if you refer me this person and with your valuable efforts, if you refer this person and this person talks to me and they're going to know that I came to them because of you, they're going to take care of me on the price, and therefore I won't question the price because I know who gave it to me, a valuable person. Here's the crazier part. The conversation could be that I haven't even interviewed anybody else yet. And if this goes the same exact way and my roof's just started leaking, haven't even gotten on the chance to call any roofers, and I'm just catching up with you for a coffee date, right? Here's the solution. Here's the issue, right? I got a problem, I got a solution. You give me that solution, and I call that person. You're so valuable to me, man. You just gave me somebody, and this problem is just starting for me, and I don't want to research this. I work so hard. I just don't want to be in the middle of this. And then you give me somebody, and you go, hey, here's my value. And then I go, man, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And you put me together on a text message with them. And you go, here's my value. Let me put you together on a text message with them so that you can communicate. And then I get on that text message, go, hey, man, thanks so much. Let me know when you can talk. And then the guy calls me and says, this is what I can do for you. And I go, let's do it. And I haven't interviewed anybody else. And I didn't question price. Price didn't matter because it came from you. That is just one example. Now, let me give you a real estate example, right? Problem. Empty nester. I got to get rid of my big house. It's too much home for me to worry about. And not only that, but my kids, they went to college in Boston, and I live in South Florida, and I'm thinking about moving to Boston, which is an insanity because I don't like the cold, but my grandkids are in Boston. And so it might be important for me to be with them and help them out and help them grow up together, and whatever the case is. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up, right? And so I need to sell my big old house. And you allow me the opportunity as a real estate professional, instead of just barking off all the cool shit you can do with your marketing and the this and the that, right? Instead of throwing up all over me, you allowed me to tell you what my problem was. And in the process of listening to my problem, you formulated a solution. You created a solution for my problems, and that solution came in your offer, right? And if you're in real estate, your offer is going to be somewhere around the fact that you could sell my house, right? But you're going to curb your offer, and you're going to formulate it in a way to where you provide me with a solution. And your solution is so good to me. The solution is I'm going to sell your house in a record time for the highest price so that I can get you closer to your grandkids. And here's the even better part. I know real estate professionals in Boston, and I'm going to call a few of them, and I'm going to interview them. I'm going to put them through the gauntlet. I'm going to make sure that I put you together with somebody perfect, viable, and that's going to really help you out. And I'm going to have them work with you privately in the Boston area while we work here in the South Florida area to procure a buyer, get you under contract, get you a time frame to go ahead and start moving off to your next house. When do you need to do this by? Because I like putting times with things, and we'll talk about that in the next module, right? But when do you need to get there? What is the time frame in which you need to get there? And then we go, okay, great. You know what? I can do that in that time frame. And so let's do this. Bam, bam, bam. And you lay out your offer, and they go, wow, what tremendous value you've brought to the table. I can believe that you can get me there. And not only can you get me there, you're utilizing the problem. Not only can you get me there, but you're going to do all this great marketing and everything that's going to help bring a buyer to the table. And so that now I'm going to get to where I need to be, because the thing that really matters the most to me is that I can get rid of my problem. And if I can get rid of my problem with your solution, then you're valuable to me. And so, sure, I'll pay you 6%. Absolutely. Don't even question it. Dude, you're going to help me. You're going to help me get to my grandkids. I won't question the price. And so this is where all of this comes together, and this is why this is so, so important, okay? So now, let's get into the 5 ways in which, all right, the 5 ways in which you can get clients, okay? 5 ways. 5 ways to get clients. Okay? These are the 5 ways to get clients. Number 1, reach out to more people. All right, when you reach out to more people, this is in the way of more different things. This is cold calling. This is your sphere of influence. This is everybody, any way that you can reach out to people, okay? Now, next one is to make more content. Content that creates attraction. Okay, so this is you creating consistent content via social media, via emails, via whatever it is, right? Flyers, mail outs, all of that is content, by the way, right? Billboards, everything else, this is content that creates more attraction. People receive you, they receive your name, they receive your face, therefore they become more attracted to do business with you, okay? Paid ads. All right. Then the next piece is affiliate marketing and partners. Now let's get into this before we go with the last one. Okay, so paid ads, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? That's running Facebook ads, Meta, let's call it Meta. It's Facebook, Instagram, whatever, everything they own, right? Then there's TikTok ads, then there's LinkedIn ads, then there's Google ads, and there's Bing ads, and there's, you know, Apple ads, and whatever it is that you want to create. Those are paid ads. Those are paid attraction ads, right? The next one is affiliate marketing and partners. This is all the people that you refer business to, who in turn might refer you business, or this could be referral sources within your industry, right? So if you are a real estate professional and another real estate professional in another place, because of your relationship with them, refers you business, right? Let's say they're in California, you're in the East Coast, you're in South Florida, they got people that are moving to South Florida, they refer you that business, and boom, you're making money, right? And then affiliate marketing is a little bit different. Affiliate marketing is giving people access to sell your program or sell your product, and you give them an override in the process. So it really is dependent upon your business, right? And business model and what it is that you sell. And last but not least, and my favorite, referrals. The first four. The first four. The first four are predictable, okay? The reason they're predictable is because you only need to add more to it to get more out of it. Does that make sense? If you do less of it, you'll get less out of it. So it's easy to predict and it's easy to understand. If I made 100 phone calls this week, this was the outcome. If I do that 4 weeks in a row and I want more outcome, then I need to make more calls. If I create this much content and this many people DM me for access, then I want more of those people. I need to create more content. If I have paid ads running and I get X amount of leads and X amount of closings from said paid ads, then basically, if I want more closings, I need to create more ads, okay? And then more ads will allow me to make more closings, okay? And then affiliate marketing or partners, if my partners are referring me good business and I'm able to have good business with them, then I'm able to say, if I want more referral business from partners, if I want more people selling my product, then I just need more people, or I need more partners, and so forth and so on, right? And then referrals. With the referral program, it's very different. Okay, 1 tells 2, 2 tells 4, 4 tells 8, 8 tells 16. This is the method right here. This is the win. This is the one right here that I love the most. This is the only one that makes massive sense to me. Okay, and it's the referral program. Let's make this real big because I want you to see it, right? Now, with referrals is like the only one that decreases your cost of acquisition. The only one. Because if you did all these, which I'm not against all these, right? If you did all these, if you reached out to more people and you created more attraction through content and you did more paid ads and you had more affiliate partners, those would give you more clients. But if you took those clients and you created really strong relationships with them for referral business, well, then referral business would decrease your cost of acquisition over time. So if you spent $100 here every month, right? I'm just using round numbers, and you got the amount of clients that you wanted from referral base, you could decrease this to 50 or 20 or 0 for that matter, and become 100% referral based, which many professionals out there are. There are a ton of businesses that are running on referral base only. There are a ton of businesses like restaurants and real estate professionals and bicycle stores and ice cream shops and burger joints and pop-ups and all kinds of stuff that are running on word of mouth. They're running on a referral-based system. They run no ads. They do no content, maybe have an Instagram page, right? They don't sit there and call people and say, hey, we're popping up our burger joint this weekend. No, there are people, because of the referral base, people are paying attention to see where they're going to pop up next so they can go get themselves a smash burger with cheese, right? And so referrals is the only one that truly decreases your cost of client acquisition. Okay? In the beginning, you need to massively focus on acquisition of people. Then you can pause and fix your product. Okay? So now, this is where we talk about acquire clients, then fix product, perfect pitch, then acquire clients. I'm gonna like dig into that. I went too ham on that. Hold on a second. All right, this is the method. Acquire clients. Okay, acquire clients. Acquire clients, get them in, then take a pause of acquiring clients, fix your product, right? So people are with you. Figure out, like, people are working with you. Figure out the things that are going wrong in your systems, in your tools, in your mentorships, in your whatever it is. Like, figure out those problems, okay? Figure out what's going on there, all right? And then, and by the way, listen, I'm getting really frustrated because my ADD is kicking in, and I got to clean this up because I want you to really see this word method, and because it's a big deal for me, okay? All right. So once you have this, right, focus on the acquisition of people, pause and fix the product, then you focus on the referral base, then you pause and figure out the next steps. Okay. So now, and then, so acquire clients, I should have said this better, through referral base. Okay. Acquire clients, fix your product, perfect your pitch, acquire more clients through your referral base. This right here is the method. This is it right here. Okay. Everything that I've been teaching you so far, all the stuff that I've been talking about so far is an opportunity for you to work on acquiring your clients and fixing your product. And next we'll get talking about your pitch. All right. That's the method. This is the win. This is it right here. Acquire clients. Got a bunch of clients. I'm working them. I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm paying attention to my systems. I'm fixing my systems. What? Let me stop getting clients right now. I got some clients coming through. Let me take a minute. Let me fix my product. Let me fix my systems. Let me fix my tools. Let me fix what I say. Let me fix my assistant. Let me fix my staff. Let me fix my agents. Let me fix whatever it is that you have to fix. By the way, I'm not telling you to take a bunch of time off, just enough time to fix the things that need to be fixed so that you can create a better pitch and formulate a better opportunity to communicate with people so that when these people help you acquire clients through a referral base, you now have a better product, a perfect pitch. You're ready to go. You're ready to fire up. This is the method. This is everything. So spend time up front to fix it better and make more money per person via acquisition of people. Spend the time up front. Make more money acquiring more clients. Make more money acquiring more clients. Always, this is the key. The more people you work with, the more closes you have. The more closes you have, the more money hits your bank account. And this right here is about making money. Now, I understand. I said this before. in the mindset thing, and probably in some of the lives that we do. I understand that many of you do this because you love this business, and I understand that many of you do it because you enjoy helping people, and I understand many of you consider yourself to be in a place of servitude and a place of servant leadership and things of those nature. And I understand that. Trust me, I understand that at a very high level. I believe that I can be a very great servant leader and servant coach. However, I cannot feed my family and take care of my house and pay my mortgage with favors. We do this for the money. We do it for the money. And so we know, and we got to get ultimately comfortable with the fact that if we control this method, we'll do a great job for everything you want to do, you will do, but you'll make more money in the process. You'll make significantly more money in the process. Okay, now we talked about how to get these clients, right? Okay, in the next sessions, we're going to talk about the conversations. We're going to not only talk about the conversation, the method of the conversation, we're going to talk about we're digging into acquisition. We're going to get deeper into acquisition. We're going to then talk about product. Then we're going to talk about conversation. We're going to talk about the meeting, okay? Then we're going to talk about the pitch, and we're going to talk about the offer. Now, guys, this 90 days that you're going to spend here, this is not a first night shop and all of a sudden spend the next 90 days just making mad money, right? This is you doing things that are 100% necessary for you to become ultimately successful in your business. So let me give you this real quick. Task 2. Y'all gonna hate me now. There's going to be a Google worksheet that I'm going to put in the system, okay? And you're going to use this worksheet like in Excel, okay? But we're going to use Google worksheet. Google Sheet, right? And on the bottom, I'm going to create some tabs. All, sphere of influence, power 8, industry, all else. Okay, now, right here, what you're going to do, this is task number 2. Let me put it right there, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to do a download of all phone contacts. Now, some of you who jumped into my 5-day program with me or my 5-day challenge have already done this. This is something that takes time though, so I understand that you may not be done with this. What I don't want is for you to think that you can get away with not doing it anymore, okay? So you're gonna download all your phone contacts. And specifically, we're gonna need name, email address, and phone number for every single contact. But Dave, I don't have everybody's email. Cool, don't worry about it because we're going to work on that. And then you're going to separate them. You're going to separate them. You're going to put them all here, okay? Then we're going to go to the money makers. You're going to create a list of your sphere of influence. I do not want your sphere of influence. Do not pass 150 people. I have a method, folks, so work with me, okay? Do not pass 150 people. That's the number, no more than 150, all right? Your sphere of influence are friends, family, close people, people that love you, people that care about you, people that know you. This is not a realtor you run into every once in a while. This is somebody you have no problem inviting to a party or seeing somewhere and really get excited about seeing them or communicate with on a constant basis, right? This is not all family. Like we don't communicate and talk to all our family members all the time, right? So this is your sphere of influence. Your power 8, another money maker, okay? So power 8 is a little bit weird. it can pass 8 and it can be under 8, but it shouldn't be by a lot. So what I'll say is must stay between 6 and 10 people. Okay, now your power 8 are the people that will bring you soup at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're feeling sick. Your power 8 will be the ones that'll bail you out of jail if you ever get arrested for something, right? Your power 8 have your deepest, darkest secrets, right? Your power 8 are the people that you would lean on the most in the most difficult situations, even if they can't help, but they're there for you, right? That's your power 8. Okay, then I want you to go to your industry, anyone in your industry. If you're a real estate agent, then other realtors. If you're a title agent, then other title agents. If you're a mortgage loan officer, then this is other lenders, right? So you got real industry. And then this one right here is everyone else. So if they're not in your sphere of influence, if they're not in your sphere of influence, they're not in your power 8, they're not in your industry, that's where they fall in. Okay? Now, what's the real task? That's task 2. From here, you're going to call everyone. Okay? And what's going to happen is by calling everyone, you're going to do this. You're going to ask them for a full name, email address, and phone number and update your roster. Okay? You're going to update your roster. Now, there is a secondary task with this where we're going to meet with people on a consistent basis to ask for business. But I don't want to get there until we've actually discussed the meeting and we've discussed your pitch and we've discussed your offer. So we need to get there first. But in order for us to make the next module super efficient, we need to be able to do this at a very high level. Now, guys, this is not going to take you a week. So it'll take you a couple weeks. It might take you even 3 weeks. But you must dedicate time to this at a super high level, because I'm telling you right now, from this alone, you can add another 100K to your bank account. From this alone. From this alone. From this alone. From this list right here alone, you can add more money to your bank account. But Dave, I just moved into town. I don't really know a lot of people in my neighborhood. I don't give a shit. But Dave, I just started in this industry. I don't really care. But Dave, I'm new to the country. I don't care. Do this. Do this. And you will get there. So I'm gonna create the Google worksheet for you. I'm gonna have it ready for you to go ahead and click on and download. You're gonna download all the phone contacts. You're gonna put them into your Google worksheet. You're gonna put them all in one place. Then you're gonna split up your sphere of influence, your power 8, everybody that's in your industry, and everyone else. You're going to start with your sphere of influence, and then you're going to move to your power 8, and you're going to move to the industry people, and you're going to move to everybody else. But in your sphere of influence, you can ask for name, email address, and phone number. Here's the script, by the way. Hey, what's going on? It's David, man. How's everything going? Good. I'm so glad to hear. How's Susie? How's John? How's this? How's that? That's awesome, man. Hey, listen, I'm updating my database. I'm trying to get a lot more organized with my communication and stuff. Dude, I got your phone number. I got your name, but I don't think I ever had your email address. Can I get your email address from you? Oh, Dave, you're not going to bombard me. No, I'm not going to bombard you. Don't worry about it, Papa. Don't worry about it. We're all good, right? And then you're going to ask the magic question. And this helps us with the next phase, okay? You're going to ask the magic question to your sphere of influence and your power 8. The magic question is, do you own what I am selling, or do you rent what I am selling? And that's going to help you get a lot more organized, right? So if you're a real estate agent, a mortgage professional, a title agent, do you own a home or do you rent a home? If you own a home, I want to know. And if you rent a home, I want to know. And we'll dig into why later on, but you already got them on the phone, so you might as well ask, okay? So that would be task number 2, all right? And then this should prepare you significantly for the next week. And next week, we're going to dig in again. Like I said, we're going to talk about the meeting, the pitch, and the offer, and how everything should be formulated and created together. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. work on those 2 tasks, and we'll be ready to work and roll with each other. Y'all take care.